Feet or shoulders width, hands on our hips. Good. Right hand scoots across. Level with the eye. Rolls. Press down. Inhale up. Hold. Exhale. Next one we're going to transition. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Left hand is scooping from below. And now, left hand is pressing. There you go. Same time. Now, left hand follows. What move are we doing? Huh? Speak up.
I don't know.
This dude just said. Thank you. You don't have to hesitate. Yeah. Cloud hands. Because I heard you say cloud hands, Taylor. I don't know. You just said it. It's okay. Just give me a hard time. So if we can back away, right, like get out of my face, that means that we can also reverse it. First, it's going to be right hand only. Like, come on this way. Come on this way. Like, hey, where's the rest of the party? Over here. notice as it's like come over here, then it's like back there. Supinated, rotate. That, my friends, is an atmospheric rhythm. Is that both hands? Anybody know what this one's called? It's a Tai Chi move. We haven't done it before. Close. This one is for full smoke. Because it has an animal in it.
Oh.
Yeah. If it was like Mabu, then I'd be like, well, that does have force, but it's different. Last one. That's the left hand is at the bottom, right hand comes to the left ear. Hands in a big circle. Take a moment to stand. Shifting your weight in your feet, just rocking to your toe and heel. I want you to find your little sweet spot. Soften the knees, jump, jump.
That was an interesting way of finding the balance.
What's that?
That was an interesting way of like jumping back and forth to find the center.
Level with the heart. You enjoy this, Arlene? Get over here. Yeah. Make sure your feet are shoulders width. If you're feeling pressure on your knees, you can either move the toes in or move the toes out. Get the parallels are. back, there's leaning back, and they're straight down. Sometimes some people just do their arms, and then there's a separation of head and earth. So in this up and down, there's function to it. So what we're going to have, what I'd like you to do, starting with our feet together, soften the knees, step out shoulders width. And from this posture here, I want you to maintain the soft knees. Exhale as you raise your hands up. And it should come level with the heart. From Dantian to level with the heart. They should go just below your collarbone. You're doing reverse. So as your hands go out, sit down. As the hands straight.
All the way up or
Just the
the
soft knee. Soft knee, deep in, soft knee.
Is there any technique at any point where it's always?
Because it's okay. It's like doing the waves. You're at a sports game. Now, this may be like, what am I doing? Keep going. Back and forth. So, what I'm going to have you do, so keep going. I want you to watch while this is happening. So, you're gonna hold my wrist like this on that side. Okay? And so, I'm going to try using muscle first. Okay, Michael's strong, so I will not like to be able to move. So, muscle, nothing, right? Now, following the principles here, I should be able to get some lift. Okay, different, right? When you have really big. So, here, muscle. And then in the middle of the muscle, I'm going to switch. Interesting, right? So now, you guys over here. So now, put your arms up for me. So now what you're going to do is, you're going to prevent, see how my hands are here? Prevent the hands from coming down. Okay, so I'm here, so place your hands underneath. Okay, all right, put your hands up. And you're going to now prevent me, because remember, we go up and then we come down, right? So now this down power, I'm going to do my best to first muscle, okay? And then I'm going to use technique, okay? So muscle, trying to drive down. Oh, I'm getting nowhere. So, okay, now, same thing. I sink. Different, right?
Yeah, it's like turning on the station.
Yeah, and now that's just down. Now what happens if I come down and in? So here, muscle, technique. And have I gone into gumbo to do that? Did I change my feet? No. So it's not me using force or trying to rip something. It's literally this power that you're practicing right now. Witnessing how the body sinks. And you keep those elbows tucked in as you come up.
That's what I was listening to.
Yeah, because I see a lot of the elbows out, but you can't have the continuity of using your back unless.
So I'm supposed to feel it in my back.
Yeah, so same. Hold on, stop for a second. Same. Into this. Then turn your hands up. Now, you feel that tightness, you feel how your back is engaging. Now, keeping the elbows in the same position, turn your hands over. You feel that? That's the down that you're looking for. To the down 10. So up, Devo, and roll it underneath. So one-handed, it looks like this. Like a paintbrush, right? Wax on, wax on. Wax on, wax off. Can you see the elbow move? You see how the elbow is out? Then it turns in and drops. And that's the sweet spot. Like one sweet spot, two. One, two. Yeah. Yeah, let that come all the way up to the down chin. And let it billow away.
Do you let your hands drop here?
I'm reaching through. I'm practicing the flow and doing my best not to flex the wrist. So when you flex the wrist there, it's stagnation, right? Because then I have this kink. Where is it? Here. So this is a grip, right? So you can put middle finger and thumb around. So grip my wrist and bend my wrist if you can.
So switching through, kind of like the self-esteem was talking about.
Yes, this is using your extensors from last week or on Tuesday. Speaking about Sweet's extensors. Your extensors. So you're reaching through the fingers. So if somebody were to grab your wrist and try to bend your wrist, see, the wrist shouldn't bend. See, this is what happens. When the wrist is bent, you have control of the limb. So, but this time, reach through. Remember when we did the Steve? Don't bend your wrist. Reach through. Good. And so if I try to bend your wrist, you see how it's already bent. Go ahead and relax. So now, this is what I'm going to have you do. This here is called the three-part grip. Three-part grip. We grab with the middle finger and thumb. Okay? So you're going to grab your right wrist, thumb and middle finger, and you're going to gap the wrist, meaning pulling toward your fingers, then fold the wrist over while dropping your elbow. You feel that? This is a wrist lock. This is also how you open up your wrist. Massage therapist, acupuncturist, whatever. Straighten that out. Other side. Gap. Fold. Good. Now, should be around the wrist. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is a great way, like if you grab something or someone, you have stronger grip between the thumb and middle finger than you do the thumb and index. You can even feel the tension in your forearm. Go ahead and try that. Pressing between your index and thumb versus middle and thumb. You might notice less tension in your forearm. So that means that you can recruit more of your body by grabbing with this middle finger. So now, why am I teaching this? So now, I'm going to have Christian grab my wrist, and I want him to kink my wrist like how I kinked his. Here, turn side by side. So, take a look. What do you see? Am I struggling? Am I fighting him? No. What does it feel like for you, Chris?
It feels like as much the harder that I go, you just move your just
Yeah, you go hard. Go hard. Break it. Nothing.
I actually hurt my arm.
Here, touch and feel. And the same, I want you to feel. I want all of you to feel. Being able But what is that? What is that called? What's that power?
Sensory.
It's tone, yeah, from the extensors. I'm using my extensors to reach through. So now, this time, Taylor, I'm gonna have you come forward and I'm gonna have you get into a big dumbbell and you're gonna hold my hands by my side, okay? So now you're strong. Be strong, stay strong, okay? All right, so I'm gonna muscle you first, okay? So here's muscle. Oh, shit. Look, you see Taylor's lifting me off the ground. Now, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go toe for toe with Taylor. So, I relax. Reaching through. And I felt the jam in your back, right? You felt that? How I like got into your spine
Yeah.
and I was lifting from that.
It's like reverse stacking the joints in my arm almost.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
again.
Okay. So from here,
You're like using my joints against me because they can't push them that way. I don't know how to
it's
explain it.
weird. So then now to feel the pull power, right? So put your hands underneath like you're cupping. Yeah, okay. And so now, so I'm gonna muscle, I'm gonna try to pull down, okay? Can you tell that I'm putting effort?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I'm nice. So immediately relax, reach through. What was your experience? I had to like center myself twice. It was
The powers and the like pulling it to the Dantian almost.
yeah, because I brought my breath to the Dantian. I had to bring my awareness to the Dantian because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna muscle past this. And so I was able to then inch it versus like ripping, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the up and the down. So part of your homework is feeling that flow. See, I'm moving vertically, right? I'm not moving lateral. I'm not moving forward and back. You'll notice I'm leading with like this part, this flat part of my arm. Reach through, don't flex your
Oh,
legs.
that
Reach
means that.
through. Reach through meaning use the whole length of it. What you see is not a flexion of my wrist. What you see is me reaching through the middle of my hand. So I'm not actually like engaging in this flexion. I'm keeping the hand relaxed. It's way harder than it looks. And it's one of those really simple moves that gets overlooked. And it's the intro. And I'm gonna tell you right here and now, real masters of Tai Chi, they're gonna judge you based on this move. Because all Tai Chi moves is like this. And that's the first part of the long Tai Chi.
Is there like a feeling that you have when you reach the point of like being seated in the Dantian? Because I know you were like helping me with the stance last time. I can feel right when I'm doing that, but in terms of this movement, like how do you know that you're dropped in? Do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it before?
Yeah, I've also had my form tested enough times that I know that if I do it a certain way, like here, I'm out of lag. I can get pulled, plus my back is steep. Versus like here, I sit and I go, oh, I feel my knee one full. I feel my Dantian full. I feel my knee move. I feel my Dantian. So I'm moving between these 2 points. And that really helps. And then the quad is what the hips are. So there's this like sitting in the hips, and you'll feel the shift in your feet. You'll feel super grounded, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. You'll just be like stacked, and you'll be standing right in the middle of it. And it'll be like a 0 point. It'll be like a balance, like balancing a pin on its edge. Let the hands be alignment with the middle. Yeah, midline. Good. Yeah, much better. Good. Drop your shoulders. There, yeah. Keep shoulders going. Yeah, well, then drop your shoulders. Just see. You want to keep your hands as far as here, because this is your power. Right? This is 5 millimeters from down. Drop your shoulders. Ooh. Different power. Yeah, that's the down power. That's what you're looking for. Then debo. Show me debo. Different, right? Because as you come up, you have that debo power, the like opening using your lats. And then as you drop, you're using the low back and leg, the glute muscle.
Is that position that you're able to do without having your legs shoulders width?
Yeah, then there's shoulders width.
But like, are you able to do it wider or
I mean,
smaller?
from Mabu, you can, but it's not typically done this way. A lot of the time it's done with the feet together. And then things happen from there. Or it's with the feet, shoulders width.
It's an opening, right?
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Go ahead and relax. Big circle. Okay. So let's line up over here. We're gonna do some walking drills going this way. Okay, so what we're gonna do, how many of you remember these circles? Michael, is this so familiar to you? Reverse it. So this next exercise is confusing at times, okay? I'm gonna do it facing you so that you can see it, but you're gonna be doing the same hand motion, but you're stepping, you're tapping left and right. So with the right hand moving first, Dingbu, Gongbu, Dingbu, but then here we go, Gongbu. You see now I'm pressing away from. Then Dingbu, I'm now gunguing into. Dingbu, I'm coming away from. So we're conditioning our right hand right now. Right hand. Okay, so let's start. Let's start together. So, left hand up, right? Dingbu. So as we come to the right, we step, circle, left touch, then step forward, 145, and move, step into hand is up and you're dingling to the left, that means you would into, dingle, away from, dingle, gong, dingle, gong. Now, one thing that I want to emphasize is that this is a motion that's out in front of you, right? So from the side, it's on this 45, or it's in front of you, versus like here, next to me, in this plane here, it's out here. And as you're going about it, right? So when you're stepping away from, you see this is here. So Michael, I want you to come over, I think you're gonna dig up, dig overhand, like you're coming to the top of my head.
Yeah.
Off to the side. You see here? Versus this time, you're coming in for a big tap, okay? You see how I stepped into, right? Because then from here, up and away. And so that gives me distance, right? It also could be, here, Chris. So now I'm gonna do it on the left side. So now let's say I wanna use it to blind Christian. Okay, and I don't mean like stick my fingers in his eye, but more like obstruct his vision. So you're coming more forward at me, right? And I come this way, and you see I'm away from, and that's like he can't see. Can you see me? No. Right, and it's just enough. Like, sure, he can do something to me. He could hurt me, right? But from here, I have an advantage. And look, what stance is this? What move is this? Separating heaven and earth from Bhagwan Jin. And so I could go, so from this posture here, from coming in, I also have other things that I've learned. So that prevents this from happening, and I have things like, boom, bust them right in the eye, boom, hit them right in the, but you see, because it went, boom, wow, boom, right? So you're able to get multiple strikes from the momentum of the like slap, elbow, chop. The likelihood of them still being there for all three parts, thank you, Chris, is not likely. But the fact that you could go boom, whap, whap, and you've done it enough times to know like I stepped into it and I feel where my momentum, because here, I could even drop into Shulu and have my back to the person and then come back up into Gungu. So there's endless possibilities from this, because this is an alphabet. So you can spell it like G-U-R-R-L, you could be like G-Y-R-R-L, you could be like G-I-I-I-I-R-R-R-L-L-L. You know what I mean? So like in each person's variation, right? Like one of the things when I text people, they say that I text funny because everyone says bruh, B-R-U-H, bruh, hey, what's up, bruh? But where I come from, we say bruh, B-R-A-H, what's up, bruh? You know what I mean? Like, right? So it's like very different. But that versus in Mandarin, that makes all the difference, right? So in these movements, it makes all the difference. It's the same level of subtlety, okay? So this time, feel your emphasis feel like into it and also feel the emphasis away, because you notice I'm gung-booing away. I'm making sure that my action is away versus just like, and that's why you want to find your emphasis, because if it's the double action of like my arms are moving and my legs are moving, then slow it down, make it smaller and feel so that you can find your emphasis. So we're going to do right hand first. So, being moved, stepping into, away from, into, going, not too high. There, yes. Yeah, away. Now, into. Get there. Better. Aim for right here. Away from. Good. And then into. Yes, away from. Don't worry about the contact. Keep going. Now into. Yes. Away from. Good. And then into. Good. And away from. Yes. Different, right? Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing you Taylor. Into. Good. Now away from. Yeah, but not back. Forward, here. Yep, forward, because now that next strike is into. Boom. You were able to go away from, into. Yeah, but heel. You put down that toe first and I can trip you. Yes, better. Emphasize the right. Yeah, good. And from right here. Yep, this is your blade. This is what you're cutting with. You're like, my blade when I'm away, my blade when I'm in. That's your right. Or keep your eye on your opponent, right? Because if I'm coming in, boom, yeah, and then keep going. Don't worry about it. Yes, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yes, better. Don't worry about it. Yes, good. Yeah, there you go, Taylor. Keep it up. Yes, but there. Remember, keep that gung-boo. Keep the gung-boo. And the gung-boo, because you're going gung-boo. See, I'm still in gung-boo. Because from here, like, let's say I came in this big chop and you got away from me. Snap. Right? So here, Michael. Okay. Here, let's come over here. Come this way for a second. We'll do the left side, but I just want to do it so that the camera's capturing. Stay over here. Okay. So, away from, okay? So you're doing a big overhand shot, and I'm gonna come away from it. Away from, and you see, from here, I have an advantage. I have this middle, where I have a hand where I can strike, but I also, from here, wham, I can knee, because I'm in gung-boo, right? So that means that I have opportunity. Okay, now, you're shooting in for me. Okay. Here's one. Now, from here, I have, again, another leg. Wham. Here, I have boom, right? From gung-boo, step up, because I'm already controlling the leg. Okay? Thank you. All right, so now, Christian and Michael, you're both coming, so you're on this side. Either one of you. That just means you both come at me from two different sides. Okay. I mean, like from the same, like you both are coming at me, and like we're walking down the street, you two just split apart, and I'm like, ah, shit, I got drum on my hand. Okay? So Chris or Michael, whoever comes first, right? I say here, into, right? And then he keeps coming at me, right? I'm away from, into, away from, into, right? And look, what did I do?
You use the
him as a shield.
I'm using him as a shield.
I don't want no problems, bro.
Yeah, come on, what's up, bro? Keep problems, bro. Watch out. Watch out. What's up?
Thought you could fight, Michael.
What happened? Like, what? Look at how many this is, right? So, again, here, we'll do it slow, all right? So, into, away from, right? So, here, I come away from him. I see him coming, I come into, but I have a way. Wham, bam, there. Right? It's this guy. You like, watch out, bro. But you notice how I'm using them by positioning. And I'm using things like shuru.
Yeah.
I was behind Christian. You okay? Okay. I'm sorry. I felt that. I was like, oh no, shit, I felt that. I couldn't even see it. So when I was behind Christian, I'm in shuru. And I have this like, because I can like bring him back. What stands in my head? Gungu. Shuru. Gungu. Shuru. Gungu. Shuru. You see how just by holding Jong level with the heart and stepping back, Gungu. Puru. Shit.
But that was like, it was like disorienting too, like
Yes.
not knowing what to expect.
Exactly. So that's why where you place your feet is super important. Because it's still a gungu. It's still a gungu, but the emphasis on where you are in that gungu. All of a sudden, this gungu is also a puru, and a shuru, and a puru, and a gungu.
Well, that's where your momentum and velocity is coming from, right? That's essentially the power that you're pushing with, right?
Yeah, exactly. So now let's try that. With that same emphasis, that same feeling, left side. Is this helpful?
Yeah, I'm actually curious, like, how does that work if your opponent's like a foot taller than you and you're trying to like like their chest is like
Oh,
how big is it?
easy. Taylor, come here.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so right now we're using into for when somebody's charging, and we're using away when somebody's hitting. So which one were you curious about?
Like when you grab Christian from the back and drag.
Oh, like if I had to get behind Taylor and manipulate Taylor? Okay, so Taylor, you come in for, let's say you're coming in for a big overhand strike. Okay. So in here, I may come around this place and bend the person. You see, look, the limbs, this is where I have my power. Here.
That's the springs.
See what I mean? Because here, like, get out of there. Right?
Just get to words.
Yeah, the right thing makes sense, right? but what posture is this?
Yeah. Opening.
It's that circle. So if I'm able to get around Taylor's limb, I can hold Taylor back. Look. My hand on the low back. But even let's say that the person's really much taller than me, right? Much taller than me. I'm gonna come in low. I'm gonna try to drive my elbow in. Break the sternum. And where was my foot?
Right behind there.
Right? You know that this is exposed. But if you're able to get to that boom, middle here, down, pelvis, inside here, knocking on the back, and leg, wham, hit the inside of the knee, chop to the hip, back fist, over the top with the thumb, wham, split somebody's fontanelle. Or you catch them on their jaw because, you know, like, if I'm standing up and I'm like, yo, let's go, and you're like, wham, yeah. In class today, there was this point in which, with Matthew, he threw a right, and I was using the inside and outside to get around, but I hooked him right behind the ear. And it was on the back side where the class couldn't see. And so I said, okay, let's turn around. And they were like, oh, because what they saw, like here, Christian, real quick, if just going slow. If you're throwing a right jab straight to the hook, I come over the top, and I came in here, and threw the thumb right into the jaw. All through this area here, just A-OK. Bam.
You can knock somebody out like that.
Yeah. And it's a little soft spots, and there's like 2 pounds of pressure points back here that you break some stuff back here, tear them up. We're good. So that's self-defense first fight. You don't do that to your sibling because they made you mad. You know what I mean?
Please don't do that to you.
Yeah, please don't do that to your sibling if they made you mad. All right, here, let's continue with our lap. Okay, so big ding boom to the, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it this time. We're gonna ding boom, we're gonna step to the right, away. So away, into, away, into, away, keep going. Oh gosh. I see this little dot hop.
That's probably mine.
Probably his, yeah. This guy, look at him. He's got tea and alcohol swabs.
That was for you.
It was.
I was looking for a band-aid for you, but the first aid kit's lacking apparently.
Yeah, look, keep your eyes, you're not looking. You need to look at me. Yeah, good, better. Yeah. Keep your eyes on me. Pay attention to what's going on in front of you. Because here, I need for you to see where my openings are. Here, look, you see that all that? You got all this. Good. Keep going.
I keep going too far out this way though.
Yeah, it needs to be here.
Yeah.
Here. Because then it's here, it's jong, level with the eyes. Okay? That's what you gotta remember. This ends up level with the eyes.
When you were doing that to me, I was too far out and I was losing my ground.
Backhand. Here. Here.
So it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, you're not going down, you stay up.
Oh.
Because you're coming up and over. And you're folding in, up and over. So start here. Up. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is inside to outside, right? Bring it level. So now we're going to take it down a notch. We're going to do the same exercise, but this time level with the heart, okay? So what that looks like is from here, angle, here, into, away from, into, away from. You'll notice that I chamber every time. Chamber. 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 y'all enjoy your tacos on Tuesday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted more spicy.
Yeah, you gotta grab the spicy.
It wasn't spicy enough. I had the ghost pepper. Did not.
Oh, it wasn't spicy? Oh, well, you have like, if you need some real spice, alright.
You gotta have my own.
Yeah, maybe so. Stay at the same level. Don't keep coming up. Your knees bent. Don't keep coming up. Stay there. Keep going. Stay low. Keep your head up. Emphasize on the left. Yes, better. Stepping away from. Yes, there you go. Foot should move with the left. Very good. You're getting it. Oh, coming back.
Yeah. It was more challenging, but yeah, it's more firm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Now, what I would like is to have y'all, and we got like a few more minutes. What I would like, I want y'all to feel this going backwards because it's really quite nice too. So if we're here, back, back. You notice how I'm staying at the same level versus,
And that comes from stepping too far around.
no, it comes from not staying a bit the whole time. Like as if you were walking underneath like a Honda robot. Okay? So let's face this way. We're gonna do outside to inside, emphasizing the right hand. Inside to outside.
You say inside outside?
Yeah, inside to outside like this. The circle. Right hand is doing inside to outside, left is doing outside to inside. Okay, so the way that we're gonna do this, as the right hand goes back, that's when we step. But we step back on a 45, so back, circle, heel, the toe comes up, ding boo, back, rock, ding boo. Challenging, right? Right. Stay at the same height. When you step back, stay there. Ding. Oh, shit. We noticed the wall was there.
It's good. You're really into it.
Yeah, I was trying to.
It was on.
You good? Okay. So we emphasize the right hand, so now we'll emphasize the left. Challenge. Start by doing it.
You said left, right?
Yeah, left hand is doing inside to outside. We're gonna step back with our right foot. Stepping back on a 45. Here's rock back. Circle. Ding boo. Step back. Here's. Circle. circle. Stack that. Serving them up. I'm gonna make it easier on y'all this section. Good. Let's fall in.
I do got a question though. When we're walking backwards and forward, I noticed that I feel a pull on the back of my feet. Is that because I'm not like making like a step backwards into it, it's like going like this?
No, I think you're just, your body's starting to respond to the regular training.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
getting breakthroughs. Yeah. And staggered, every other stagger. So we have 2 rows, every other person. One, two, 2's back, 1 is forward. Okay. Jump. Level with the heart. Level with the eyes. Level with the heart. To the chin. Three gratitude circles. Repeat after me. Gratitude for my health. Gratitude for my practice.
Gratitude for my practice.
Gratitude for our community.
Gratitude for our community.
Left foot to right. Right hand in a fist. Left hand flat. Thank you and thank y'all for another successful Thursday night Qigong. So homework is to work on the inside to outside. I want you to feel that stepping back. And don't worry about the 45. Just go straight back, rock, touch. Step back, rock, touch. Step back, rock, touch. Okay? That's one thing, and then the other one is here, feeling these, right? Into, away from, into, away from, into. Play with those, play with your breathing very